Hi friends, it's Deanna here, and today we're going to be sewing the Be Invincible Skort pattern. Now we had the kids version and all of you were asking for the adult version, so here it is, and it's super exciting. I love the built-in shorts, and I love that you can do a cascading form. You can do it if you want to the skirts to be more open to show the shorts or more overlapping to each other, so you can cover the shorts. It is up to you, and we have two different options for that. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already cut out my pattern, and the first thing I'm going to do is work on my shorts. So I'm going to grab one of my shorts piece, and I'm going to do the same for both. I'm going to grab it and I'm putting right sides together. Let me make sure that's the wrong side. We're going to put them right sides together at that inseam, and we're going to sew. Once that inseam is sewn, we're going to turn one of them right side out and leave one inside out. Make sure you remove those pins. And we're going to fit the one that's right side out right into that wrong side out one and match that crotch seam right sides together. Okay, here's my crotch seam right there. We're going to match that, and then we're going to go ahead and pin all the way to the back and then all the way to the front and sew. Go ahead and sew that crotch curve. Once that curve is sewn, we're gonna turn them right side out, and our shorts are basically done. There they are. We're gonna go ahead and do our hem. Go ahead and hem these shorts at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. All right, and my shorts I've basically done. For my hem, I used my cover stitch, but any stretch stitch on your sewing machine or double needle or anything like that will work as well. So let's put our shorts aside and let's work on our skirt. So what I want to do is I'm going to grab my skirt, and I am going to put that long straight edge of my skirt right side up on my board. I want to make sure I'm grabbing the, oh, there it is. Here's my side, and I am going, this is my back seam. It's going to be my back seam, and I am going to grab my other side and I'm putting it right side down on top of it. Now remember, here is my curve right here, my waist curve, and here's the side that goes down, and the side that I want to attach is my straight side, the straight side on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and pin and sew right sides together. To sew my skirt together and my shorts, I've been using my serger, but if you do not have a serger, any kind of stretch stitch on your sewing machine will do just fine. A zigzag stitch, lightning bolt stitch, whatever stitch you're more comfortable with, stretch stitch wise, you can use for putting it together. Let's go ahead and sew that back seam. Our back seam is put together and our skirt is all together. Now, the next step is something that cannot be wait on. You cannot be wait on. You cannot wait on. You got to do it right now. It is hemming. We're going to go ahead and hem our skirt. So this is our top of our skirt. We're going to hem all the way around, starting at the side all the way down, because that's the side that's going to show in the front. And so we want to go ahead and hem it now, because once we attach, we won't be able to do that. So let's go ahead and hem at a 1/2 inch allowance. Again, you can use any kind of stretch stitch for this hemming. And honestly, because it is a loose fit skirt, even a little bit of a longer straight stitch would probably be just fine. But I'm going to go ahead and use my cover stitch. Now, if you're having problems with the hem because it's a curved hem, a lot of times we can go ahead, and what I like to do when I'm using a curved hem is, as I am pinning or steaming, I grab my fabric and I kind of pull at it a little bit, and it helps go down and it helps it stay straight when it's a curved edge. Also, one thing that helps a lot is if you have like a double-sided stick fusion tape. This is like a fusion tape. It's double-sided. And what it does, it's really cool. You can, let me see this. Let me show you some of it. I just used it. So I'm going to go where my front is. That's just the trash. Okay, so here it is. It is sticky on both sides. And what you do is, obviously you need a bigger piece than this. I'm just showing you with a little piece. And you will put it right at your hem, under your hem, fold your hem. And when you steam it, this one, it's fusible with heat. So you can steam it on and it will stay on. It's like a tape. It'll hold that down, and it also gives a little bit of extra strength to the fabric. Like if when you're sewing, if your sewing machine tends to kind of try to eat the fabric as you're hemming, it gives it a little bit of more sturdiness so that you can go ahead and hem a little bit better. So it's a fusible hem tape, and what you do is you just will tape it all the way around the whole thing, and then you fold over your hem allowance and steam it on, and that will give you such a great help when you are sewing, especially a curved hem. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going all the way around and steaming that hem, and then I'm going to go ahead and hem it on my cover stitch. Again, like I said, for the curved, my biggest hint, because I know people ask me all the time, how do you do a curved hem? My biggest hint, again, is just to kind of pull it a little bit and tame that fabric. And do not be scared. Again, do not be scared. Once we've hemmed our skirt, we're gonna find that back point of the skirt. We're gonna grab our bottoms. Okay, so the back is the higher rise, so that's how you can tell which one's the back and which one's the front. So make sure that you keep that in mind. And what I like to do before I get to sewing is I'm gonna go ahead and quarter my shorts. That way when I go to sew it, I know exactly where my quarters are when I go to sew the waistband on. So I've got my middle, and here are my 2 quarter points. So what I like to do is I like to just put a little notch on them now, and that will be on there for when I go to sew it on. So I'm gonna grab my back seam of my short with the back seam of my skirt, and I'm gonna match that up right there. And then I am going to go, and the right side of my shorts is touching the wrong side of my skirt, okay? And now I'm gonna go and match the raw edge all the way around my shorts with my skirt. So my skirt is gonna come over, and make sure you're not pulling and stretching that skirt. You're just going to match up those raw edges together. Now, if you're doing the open front skirt option, your skirt will not come all the way around. It'll stop right here about, it'll stop away from the middle section. But if you're doing the cascading option, your skirt is going to overlap. So you will go past that front seam to one side, and then the other side will come past that front seam again. So you just have like that peekaboo effect at the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and pin all the way around. I'm gonna continue to pin now the other side. All right, so as you can see, I have pinned it, and my overlap is right there, as you can see. And now what I wanna do is I wanna go ahead and go around my whole skirt and baste that waistline on, so that way when I go to attach it to my band, one of my sides doesn't fall down and get missed or anything. So I'm gonna go over to my sewing machine and do a basting stitch, which is essentially a long straight stitch that I can later pull out and baste those two together. Right, my skirt is basted together. Here it is. All we need to do now is to attach our waistband. I am super excited. Okay, so I got my waistband, and I'm gonna put it right sides together at the raw edges. With this double brush poly, it is so hard to tell sometimes which one's the right side and which one's the wrong side. This is the right side. Right sides together, and sew that short raw edge right there together. Once that is sewn, we're going to fold it wrong sides together to create that waistband. Okay, meeting at the raw edges. And we're gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and steam to give it like the crease. Look at me not putting my iron on my ironing board anymore. I've already lost too many irons to that because I keep bumping it and they keep flying off the ironing board and breaking. That's how I killed my last couple. So I am not doing it anymore. Trying. We're gonna go from the back seam to the front, and that's our half. And then we'll go from we'll touch the back and front seam together, and we'll go to the sides, and those are our quarters. Quarters. Yes. Okay, and once we've quartered our band, we've got the quarters, we're going to, now remember that we quartered our skirt already. So you already have those marks. You have the front and the back marked by the seam of the shorts. Try not to get the shorts all wrinkled up in there. And we're going to match up. So I want that back seam to be matched up with the back seam of the skirt. So we're just matching those seams together. The right side of the skirt is touching the right side of the band. And then we're gonna match up that side seam where I marked it already. If you didn't, then you can go ahead and quarter now, but I already marked it, remember? When we marked the shorts before we pinned the skirt to the shorts. And then the front seam. And then the side seam. And all the raw edges are meeting at the front. So all the raw edges of the skirt and the waistband are meeting right up front, right up top. And we're almost done. Okay, so waistband is on there. We're gonna go ahead and sew it on. And as we're sewing it on, we're stretching that waistband to fit to our skirt. So I always like to start from the back. So I'm going to that back seam, kind of moving all these threads out the way, and lift that foot. And I like to go ahead and get my needle in there a little bit. Just started. I'm gonna go to that first quarter point and pull so that it's even. My skirt, my shorts, and my waistband are all even, and sew. Make sure that none of the other parts are trying to catch under or anything like that. And then we'll go to the next quarter point and continue to do so all the way around the whole skirt. We are finished. Tell me that wasn't super quick and super easy. That was so easy. Now all we've got left to do is to pull that basting stitch out that we put on for our skirt. Just pull it out and we're done. Was that super easy? Let me know in the comments below, because I know that was super easy. I can't wait to see your makes. Please come share them with us on our Facebook or Instagram page. Those links are also on the information box below. And then comment, like, share, subscribe, so that you don't miss any of our other sew along tutorials. Oh, and I forgot to mention our Fun Fan giveaway, a $50 Ellie and my gift certificate. So all you have to do is comment below and be subscribed to our channel, and you are entered. We pick a winner every month, so go ahead and do that if you haven't. I can't wait to try this on. It's going to be beautiful. And there are my shorts right there. This is perfect for like the summertime when you want to wear a skirt, but you also want something underneath it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.